Welcome to the Criminal Imagination, where fiction gets dangerous and crime walks hand in hand with conscience. Today, we explore a question that crime fiction in America has never been afraid to ask. Would you be capable of murder if no one could prove it was you? Let's begin with Patricia Highsmith. Her debut, Strangers on a Train, written in 1949, starts like a casual conversation. Two strangers, one drink, and a terrible idea. You kill for me, I kill for you. No motive, no trace. It feels like a joke until someone actually dies. Highsmith didn't stop at shocking us. With The Talented Mr. Ripley, written in 1955, she rewrote the genre completely. Tom Ripley, fraud, liar, murderer, kills not out of anger but out of envy, out of obsession, and we keep turning the page. Highsmith doesn't ask you to solve the crime. She asks if you can live with the killer. Now meet Virgil Tibbs. In the Heat of the Night by John Ball, Tibbs is a black detective stranded in a southern town where guilt is skin deep. He's arrested, then grudgingly hired to solve the very murder he was accused of. It's a classic detective story wrapped around a deeper indictment: racism, isolation, and the uncomfortable truth: justice is not blind. The novel came out in the 1960s, but the question it poses still echoes. Who gets to be the detective? And who's always the suspect? Then there is George V. Higgins. The Friends of Eddie Coyle, written in 1970, is not a whodunit. It's a who won't die next. Everyone is a criminal. Everyone is an informant. No one tells the truth. Eddie Coyle, a small-time gunrunner, becomes a pawn in a hopeless game, and in the end his friends arrange his murder. There is no hero here. There is no genius detective. Just grim survival and a single cruel irony. The friends of Eddie Coyle weren't. Ira Levin's A Kiss Before Dying, written in 1953, gives us Bud Corliss, veteran, charmer, killer. His goal: to marry rich. But if a sister gets in the way, he kills her, then the next. There is no madness here, just ambition, cold and calculated. The horror comes not from the act, but from how ordinary it feels. Could you do it if you thought you'd never be caught? Mickey Spillin's Mike Hammer answered that question with a bullet. In I, the Jury, written in 1947, Hammer doesn't ask why. He doesn't wait for the trial. The woman asks, "How could you?" He says, "It was easy." Spillin's world fed a new hunger: vigilant justice, retribution over reason, and for many readers, he wasn't wrong. Joseph Van Vogt took things even further. A real LAPD officer, Van Vogt knew the truth. It wasn't just the cases that broke people, it was the job. In The New Centurions and the Choir Boys, we follow officers unraveling from the inside into addiction, racism, violence, and despair. These aren't super cops, they are men cracking under pressure. And suddenly, the line between justice and destruction disappears. Enter Elmore Leonard, the stylist. His criminals are clever, careless, weirdly charming. His lawmen are tired, fallible, sometimes even worse. In Pronto or Kill Shot, you are not rooting for good or bad. You are just trying to survive the chaos. There is poetry in Leonard's prose, even when describing killers, especially then. Walter Mosley gave us Easy Rawlins, a black private eye navigating a racist America. James Ellroy blurred fact and fiction in a dark mosaic of politics, mafia, and murder. Lawrence Block gave us Keller, a witty, polite assassin with feelings. These authors didn't just write about crime, they asked if we might see ourselves in the criminal, or worse, root for them. From Ripley to Keller, from Eddie Coyle to Easy Rollins, American crime fiction dared to twist the lens. No longer who did it, but why did they do it? And what does that say about you? It's a question that still haunts us. So here is my question for you all. Which of these characters haunted you the most? Tell us in the comments. And if you enjoyed this descent into moral chaos, like, subscribe, and share with your fellow detectives and dark hearts. Because at the Criminal Imagination, we don't just solve mysteries, we become part of them. Until next time, remember, Oscar Wilde said, "The truth is rarely pure and never simple."